go back to when the internet first started. There was a big thing, hoopla, that they're not going to need salespeople anymore because we have the internet. It's in the it's in the citations. Okay. And people believed that wholeheartedly and laid off their sales staff. Okay, a lot of those people went and did, it was actually kind of a blessing because they went and did what their heart always spoke to them about. And some of those are bigger than the companies they worked for and eventually bought them out. That's also in citation. Okay? Where the shift is happening. Across industries, executives are rediscovering the value of the inbox and the mailbox, not just the feed. Email remains the most consistently profitable marketing channel with one of the highest ROI ratios in the business world. Direct mail is a close second. There was a whole lot of printing companies that disappeared after that. But the ones that stuck around, the ones that made it, the ones that are doing print on demand, the other things, okay, they're doing pretty damn well. Here's a little perspective, okay? When I was a kid, I picked up the Dale Carnegie series, and one of the things I read was look at what the average person is doing and do the opposite, and you'll be successful. Okay? Because you're going to stand out versus what the other people are doing. So returning to the idea that you count. You count. Okay? And you count to me. That kind of connection, that kind of handshake, right, means a lot more. I have a dear friend who's a beautician. As far as I know, she never figured out how to do that online. Cut your hair on. Well, actually, I bet you they have like one of those laser printer things. Anybody want to volunteer to stick your head in the first one? Yeah, me neither. Okay? Yeah. When the business world crashed in 79 to 80, those relationships carried us. What mattered wasn't visibility. It was trust, consistency, and persistence. So, let me tell you something. How many people listening to me right now believe those stars and the reviews that are written like poetry? Go ahead, I'll wait. Oh, nobody's raising their hand? Okay, so here's the thing, is the fake AI created reviews don't seem to get as much traction with people as the ones that I have go back to 1982. These are actual people who you can link and ask for yourself. Yeah. So here's the other part about that. There's been a lot of platforms that created this whole idea of getting some kind of contact going. And maybe they operated that way, but now you can't hardly believe it. Because they're making offers and things that are crazy. Like, pay me $10,000 and I'll show you how to make $1.50. I mean, come on. So, you all have clients, customers, people who've done business with you, right? So go back to them and say, what did you like about me and would you write me a review? Then ask, hey, do you know of anybody else who might be interested in what I do? I mean, we all get dressed, we all haircut, we all eat, we all buy crafts, we buy gifts, right? So if there's anybody around you, best friend or not, somebody you know, maybe all they did was meet you when you sold them something. But if you have the tracking, go back and say, did you like it? Did you like it? Hey, could you give me a real review? And oh, by the way, do you happen to know anybody else that might be interested in this? Hey, can I do a wine and cheese party at your house where I bring my gifts? where I bring the things that I do. Okay, so you only need to get about 60. You've already had more than that if you're in business. Right? So what you need to do is do like the old fishbowl technique where you got business cards and you contacted somebody. I'm asking you to make your own little mini fishbowl, fishbowl 2.0. You've got a little teeny bit of time, and I'm going to post this along with the references and everything on Substack, and you can find out about me on harrisforsenate.com. I've taken 4 businesses that were hobby businesses for people and turned them into international companies. This is called relationship marketing. Only I'm really good at it, and I'm not standing in front of a rented Lamborghini and telling you, pay me for this. I'm saying you already have everything you need. You have what you need. You need to just use what you have. So you have clients that love you, right? Maybe they don't love you. Maybe they just like you. Okay, get a few referrals from them, and then contact those people and say, Crystal told me to call, or Joe told me to call, or Mike told me to call. This is what I do. Can I share it with you? Well, most likely those are friends. So we all have gone out with friends. Maybe it's been a while, and I'm going to start doing more of that again. But you go out with a friend, and somebody says, man, I saw this great movie. I saw this phenomenal movie. You're going to go, pfft. Are you? Are you going to go, awesome. So you're probably going to go see it. Well, guess what? The people that already do business with you already regard you, at least in a friendly way. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given you money. Okay? Tell me if this doesn't make any sense to you. Okay? But the people who've already given you money might know somebody else who wants to give you some more money. Somebody might have said, ooh, that's a really cool thing of a jiggy bobbin thing. Okay, whatever it was that you made. Okay, so once you get a regular, like 60 people who have done business with you, who've all given you referrals. Let's say they give you 4 referrals. That means that you have not 120. You have 240 referrals. What algorithm is better than that? You call people up, you invite them to a party, you invite them to something else, you do something else, you do something. But it's a contact. It's a warm contact. It's another human being that you get to reach out to. Okay? It doesn't matter what the algorithm says. Does it? Ta-da! Do that again. Okay, so anyway, folks, so I'm here with my crew, and I'm telling you, so the people I'm running against don't stand a chance. They think the internet still works. Okay? We're going out and we're meeting people one-on-one. And when I give somebody a card, the people around them usually grab 6. I am going to be the next senator of New Hampshire. You can find out about me on harrisforsenate.com. But I'm a guy who actually knows how to work. Go to work. Okay? The people in Congress seem to be able to cash a check. Okay? You can find out this information in detail. Okay? You can also go to my website, which is at shamansdreamgifts.com, and look to my books, and there's a couple of free ones there. You know, when you have more than enough, you're willing to give it away. That's who I am. I'm not trying to draft out of you. I'm not. By the way, these things that we need to fix in our society, the funds are already there. They've just been appropriated to go into somebody else's pocket. Okay? Well, I'm going to make sure it don't go in the pocket and goes to what it's supposed to do. But, oh. See, I got so much of this, it's falling all over the place. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to be back on later, and we're going to be talking about this. But I want you to understand who this is. Okay, I'm somebody who's worked for a living from the time I started my first company when I was 14 with a push mower and a rake, and by the time I was 19, I had 9 crews running. The name of the company was Alderwood Tree and Lawn, based in Alderwood Manor, Washington, or Everett, Washington. And I could sit here and give you a resume since then about getting it done, about sticking at it, about keeping it going. I'll put mine up against anybody that's running against me because I got nothing to fear because I've already seen their resumes. If you want to have somebody who's a partner, who really is one of you, instead of the 3-generation rich family that never had to worry about whether they could buy diapers or groceries that week. If you want somebody who's had to work it out, somebody who had to get it done, you're looking at him. HarrisForSenate.com. You can go and find my research papers, my white papers, my published papers, as well as some information about the 9 books that I've published at Substack.com. Here's the little frame box thing you need to do, and see how technically advanced I am? But I've been able to get stuff done, and I'm going to do it in the Senate. Namaste, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. I really do. I hope that you get all that you need. I hope your life is filling your life with so much abundance you can't stand it. If not, here's a couple of answers. Love you all. Namaste.